Hey guys, Guitar Pilgrim here, and that was from a song called Always on the Run that features both Lenny Kravitz and Slash on the electric guitar. And it's not very often that you hear two different guitar riffs playing together all at once. For example, Slash is playing the more rock-oriented riff, while Kravitz is playing a more funky type of riff. And I don't know about you, but for some reason this riff always reminds me of Stevie Wonder's Superstition. It kind of has that same vibe going on, doesn't it? But let's first take a look at what Slash is playing. And before we can play full throttle, you first want to learn the notes in a basic, simple manner, like this. Not too complex, but when you play it like this, it's really dull, isn't it? So what we need to do is we need to add a bit of silence between the notes. Make some of the notes a bit shorter. So instead of playing like this, we have this. Ah, what a difference! A lot better. Now you might wonder, well, how do you do that? How do you make the notes shorter? Answer, the palm of your right hand. Simply touch the strings. Now if you can do that, you want to see if you can add a few accents and also a bit of vibrato. Yeah, that's more like it. That note really needs to pop out. And the next one, of course, vibrato. Now, if you can do that, you want to add the last ingredient, which is, of course, the Hendrix muting technique, which allows you to play ferociously and aggressive. You can tell that is really what we want. Now it sounds a bit more oomph, more aggressive, right? A bit more raunchy. Let's start very simple and gradually we're gonna build it up. Here we go.
Music is just music. It's what you feel, you know? And I don't think that everything should be run by formats, you know? It should just be free.
Now the riff that Lenny Kravitz is playing is much easier, much simpler notes. It's so much easier than the last riff, right? Not too complex at all. But it doesn't sound that funky yet, right? So what we need to do is basically the same thing. We need to make those notes shorter. The palm, remember? Isn't that a beautiful chord? Kind of reminiscent of Prince, isn't it? Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. Back to Lenny. Okay, this sounds good, but still, it can be a lot more funky. So what you want to do is, we want to play it a lot louder. And that's really all there is to it. Let's see if we can play it together. We're going to start very simple and gradually build it up.
To put a lot of grueling hours into it, but it's a lot of fun. You should love it. So and just keep working at it, you know.
Isn't that a great way to end the solo? Like, okay, I'm done with it. It's, by the way, a Hendrix chord. And the way he starts the solo, it's almost comical. Basically, it's an A Mixolydian scale. And then he goes on, he plays a very melodic line, and Slash is a very melodic guitar player, something like this. That's very beautiful. And even more beautiful is the next one. And then he makes great use of repetition. Basically, he only plays 4 notes. But he plays it over and over again, of course. And then he does a great run, very fast, E minor pentatonic scale. It's not really clear what he's playing, but it's somewhere along the lines of... Doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you end on the Hendrix chord. Beautiful solo by Slash. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can play the riff, Lenny Kravitz riff, and the Slash riff. Start very simple and then gradually build it up. Tabs, as always, are available on my Patreon site, and let's see if you can join me.
Bye.